All right, let's get it. Friday Night Pints. We're back here once again at the Horseshoe, brought to you by Miller Lite. Miller Lite is here for all your holiday party needs throughout the entire holiday season, whether you're kicking off Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or fucking Christmas. We're here doing Miller Lites. You can be at the bar, indoor, outdoor, depends on where you are, what city you live in, you're drinking Miller Lite. You get it delivered to your house, you go to MillerLite.com/FNP, and you can find all the delivery options that get sent right to your doorstep. It's great taste, less filling. It's brewed in Milwaukee, Wisconsin at the Miller Brewing Company for 96 calories, 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. So you're not gonna get fat like this fucking guy and skinny like this. Yeah, you're fat, you're skinny. You know, you're like
I'm in great shape.
You're like the like in Nintendo ice hockey. You're the fat guy. You're the tiny guy, right?
Where is this coming? Can I have a Miller Lite?
Sure, absolutely. There you go.
Thank you.
So go to MillerLite.com/FNP, and you can get it delivered just like I delivered one to my friend John there. Celebrate responsibly, as always. Let's go. We got a lot to get to with the panel here tonight. We got to start off, of course, with Adam. Smitty! Cheers! Cheers! Smitty is the father-to-be, the latest to take the plunge.
Yep.
It's that one shook me. I mean, you're probably shook. This one shook me. This one shook me because
you asked me like, is he for real?
Yeah. I saw a tweet. You said like, should hardos be able to procreate, right?
Yeah.
And then so I saw
Fair
that,
question.
and then I saw.
Whoa!
You're in the office. But I didn't get a chance to read it, so I saw that, and then I saw like a Deke tweet, and I was like, oh wait a minute, maybe that's like really happening. But I mean, you know, you were just talking about your first KFC Radio appearance in 2013.
Yeah.
Like you're
Fuck me.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So this is like
We've been doing KFC Radio since 2013.
12 since 12, dude.
Jeez.
So this is like an OG guy. Like, you know, in my mind, you kind of, with everybody I know, you are who you are. Like basically when I meet you. You know what I mean? If I meet you when you're fat, you're a fat person. If I meet you when you have blonde hair and you're brown hair now, you're blonde. If I meet you when you're just like a fucking idiot from Philly partying, you're just an idiot from Philly partying. You know?
Yeah, and I like to think that I'm mature enough to take on this next stage of my
You're not,
life.
but okay.
You're not. Exactly. So we're looking for houses right now, and
You're exactly.
throwing up shit.
It's
throwing up shit.
It's tough.
And for as much as like I want to think about, you know, the property value, the real estate, the location, all of that. You know,
Is there a good gaming room?
well, that, but honestly, in the back of my head, I can't stop thinking about, is the backyard suitable enough for all wiffle ball games?
Yeah,
You know,
right,
like that's
right,
the
right.
purpose of buying
But
a house.
that's what's funny too is I feel like when you have a kid, something like changes in a woman, like literally, physically, mentally, biologically. And I don't think it does for us. Like we're just like, okay, we have to take on this next challenge, but I don't think we're like changed as a person the way they are. So you're gonna be thinking about like wiffle balls and fucking Avalon, and their brains just switch.
True. Plus, I'm a man-child, basically
treat
playing video
children
games.
like Kanye West treats a water bottle.
Go on.
It's my favorite Kanye tweet, where he's like he's mad because he woke up from a nap on a flight, and a flight attendant had put a water bottle on his seat. And he's like, and now I gotta be responsible for this fucking water bottle.
I didn't ask for that. Yes. That's what it's like. It's like, I guess now this is part of my life that I have to handle here. So we'll talk more about it. We also got the birthday boy here, Hubs.
Hey.
Hey. How old are you?
27.
How old is it?
27.
27. That's the year you killed yourself.
It
27
feels,
club.
yeah, like 24, 25, 26, whatever. 27 is like, well, 30 is like literally right
No,
around the
it's
corner.
20.
No.
27 is the year.
I think it was breakfast the other day. We were talking about like what's the best age. I think 27 is right in the sweet
26.
spot.
26 is it.
All right, 26, 27.
No,
is
there's
the
a huge
model?
difference. There's a huge difference.
What's the difference?
I don't know. When I was 27, I wanted to kill myself. When I was 26, I was like loving life.
26 is great.
My theory is you go 18 to 22, you are in high school.
Yep.
Or
College.
You're in college, and so you go 4 years of high school, and you know that there's graduation at the end, and then you do 4 years of college, and you know there's graduation at the end. After you do another 4 years, right? And there's no There's no graduation. There's no next. So
Yeah.
so it's
There
the
was
first
for
time.
me.
So your
I
year 27 is when
graduated
you just go like,
7 years
oh,
after
wait a
high
minute.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys, the idiots over here went to college for 45
Yeah.
years. Yeah. I guess
I
if
did.
you're just a moron and stay in
See,
school
that's
forever,
why
you never
I've
have to
actually never
experience
had
it.
a year. Like I've never done the 30. I think some people say 32 sometimes is like oh,
bad
'cause,
one.
like you're not even close to 20 anymore.
Uh-huh.
I've never had a year where I was like, oh, this is depressing.
Right,
And
that's
I think
'cause you're
it's
Peter Pan,
I still
yeah.
have my college graduation to look forward to.
I told him one day.
That's gonna be a blast.
Dave, we were looking for content. I'm gonna get him to graduate college.
Yeah.
We'll have
Yeah,
someone
where's
else
the
do the
grad
work.
party to throw-
We will
yeah,
find a
grad
fun way
Yeah.
to get
party.
you on
Oh,
board.
if we did
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not going back, but if we get people to cheat, for
We
sure.
will absolutely get somebody. All these people who are like, I want to be your intern.
Here,
Get
send
him to
them
graduate
school.
college,
Need you to go
walk
to
across
class.
with
How
the
many
fucking
credits do you
cap,
have
and
left?
I mean, that would be the best video
couldn't
ever.
even tell you. I didn't go my senior year, but like I didn't pass every class on the way to fucking not being allowed to attend college again. So I don't
So
even.
you probably got like a
Dude, it was
semester.
FSU. Like a year there was like 2 at a hard school, or the other way around.
Oh yeah.
2
Yeah,
is
no,
fine.
what I'm saying
I
is-
took frisbee as a class, Connor. That's not a joke.
Really?
I would have to go from frisbee to strength
Was
and
that one of the ones
relaxation.
you failed?
Stretching
right?
and relaxation. No, honestly, I might have because of attendance. Like there's a chance.
If there's
I
one
just-
class you're blown off, it's fucking frisbee.
Well, and it was that to stretch and relaxation, which was you just laid in a room with a candle lit.
That's
Imagine
that
that
sounds
you-
like a high school senior year schedule. Like, what the hell kind of classes were
That
you
is
taking?
wild.
I didn't want to go to school.
No, imagine though you're on the
Good
beach
point.
one day just rocking a frisbee, and it's like, oh yeah, he went to frisbee. He took frisbee in
Yeah, this
college.
guy knows.
I was there for like a year and a half, and they're like, you gotta start taking some core curriculum classes. there was one
Taking
semester
frisbee
where
and shit.
I had frisbee, stretching and relaxation, The Daily Show, which was just we watched skits from The Daily Show and talked about them.
Get
Never
the
had to write
fuck
anything
outta
about
here.
it.
I mean, like, don't
No
get me wrong,
assignments?
honestly,
No-
I wouldn't
no
even-
assignments?
I
Professors
might
getting
have to
paid for
write
this?
a skit. What's that?
There's a professor getting like paid to do
Yeah.
that? That's
Like, how could
We
any
would just
university?
literally just show up and watch The Daily Show.
How could any university justify any of that? Especially like an
Football,
actual
man.
accredited
Yeah, fucking
university.
Jameis Winston was
Yeah.
winning.
Deion Sanders.
Yeah, that's how.
I had a class on the Super Bowl. It was just a real class, like, and that's Syracuse.
Yeah,
it's
that-
like
and that's
a
a-
real
yeah,
school,
that's
whatever.
like-
Taught by a guy who like produced Sports Center for like 20 years.
But
We're
I guess
just-
that's why. So
didn't take
Cuse
any
has the
class.
sports
Yeah.
management media
Broadcast.
thing, so broadcasting matters.
Yeah.
This is just. But yeah, 27 for me was when it was like,
Drinking.
well,
People
now
take it
you
really
have to
seriously.
make your own
I was on
way.
the couch last night and I was
Well, at
like,
least
I'm
they're
gonna
classes.
die really soon.
And you're not
aren't I?
gonna
Like,
die.
yeah.
What you're gonna do is just start being miserable all the time.
Don't listen to
Yeah.
him. You don't have to hit 27 and be miserable.
Well, I already did it. Like 24 is when it
Positive
started.
vibes.
so-
Okay.
PBO, how old are you?
24.
You're a
You,
pup,
you
man.
don't
How
get
old
to
are you?
have an
I'm
opinion.
actually 30 in 2 weeks.
Yeah, oh, the
What?
big 3-0. Big
Yeah,
3-0.
excited for that one.
Let's go. Yeah, but see, what we're talking about here is all just like spoiled white American kid shit.
For
We're
sure.
like,
Yeah.
oh, we're gonna be depressed. You have a different outlook. You're always like, you dumb fucking Americans. Like, you guys are such pussies, so you'll be
Yeah.
fine.
My
We-
parents almost pulled me out of school when I told them I had to do like intro to social stuff. Like, paying for this shit? If you ain't doing
Honey,
math
go
with
sling
them,
some porn. Go,
if you ain't doing math with them, you ain't doing nothing.
Yeah,
It's
I feel
crazy.
that.
Frisbee and shit.
Imagine.
I don't even know if my parents know I took frisbee. They might be learning on this show.
Those classes were specifically designed for any football recruit coming in. You just slid right in.
Right.
Football recruit, and then my buddy. The only reason I went there is I had a buddy who played lacrosse, and his major was I forget, it was something ludicrous. It was like it
Ballroom
was
dancing?
It wasn't
Yeah,
Parks
that's
and
one.
Rec, but it was like something along those
Oh my
lines.
God.
And it was so I just took classes he took, and like those were like core curriculum classes for him.
Right.
For me,
But not for you, you idiot.
No, I was creating.
I will
writing.
say though, in your defense, short of becoming a lawyer, doctor, some sort of profession where undergrad really means anything.
Might as well just get the degree and go.
Yeah, just get a degree.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. Like, what do you learn in college that you're like, oh yeah, 40 years from now, I'm gonna remember
Where did you go to
this.
school?
Shut up, dude.
Fucking his asshole wearing his ring. Oh my god.
Big weekend. So
What an
I don't
asshole.
I don't normally break it out.
What's it feel like to now know that you are like just like a middle of the road mediocre Bruce Springsteen fan?
but, you know,
This
I-
fucking guy. No, this guy starts attacking me when he knows that we need to stick together as one.
You guys
Sir,
did need
everything.
You should have
He's
had
trying
a
to
united
divide
front.
and conquer
And I
because West
think,
Point bullshit.
as I understand, is that like Kirk Minahan just assassinated both
No,
of you.
he didn't. Kirk Minahan.
You guys-
didn't
you
put
guys
on the
should've
show.
come together.
Kirk Minahan did what Kirk Minahan does, and he just railroaded me. I've never been on
Well,
a show.
yeah.
I don't really listen to a show, so I didn't know what to expect. I just went in. I had some thoughts in my mind of how I wanted to.
That's the sound of a man who lost an argument.
I did. I said at one point I said like, you know what? Yes, Kurt, you're a bigger fan.
What was the argument? Like, was it
Well,
trivia
so
or like?
he
like
takes
asking
that.
about
It's whatever Kirk wanted it.
Exactly. That's the thing. At no point did I ever say I am a bigger fan than Kirk Minahan. But
maybe not directly. But
I mean,
He basically said that you cannot be the ultimate
No, I
Bruce
did
Springsteen
not.
fan unless you're born in Jersey.
No, I did not say that.
That's all you got.
Someone
That's
asked me-
essentially what you
no,
said.
someone asked me, am I a bigger fan than Smitty? And I said, Smitty and I are probably pretty equal, and I would edge him out because I grew up in Jersey. That was what I said. At no point did I mention
I thought
Kirk.
it was a fair-ish tweet. You've been
Yeah.
to the beaches these things. I'm sure you have as well. But you grew
Thank
up on
you.
the beaches these things.
Yeah.
I think there's, if you're dead even, he's a little extra there.
Sure.
Just a
But
smidge.
all of this is in the vein of like I'm the biggest Springsteen fan, and then you have to know. I
arbitrary.
mean, you're talking to Kirk Minahan is a
Yo, and then
crazy
I
person
got-
who has probably like studied the lyrics and listened to it when he was jump. He probably was listening to Springsteen. He was gonna jump in front of a train. He's like crazy, you know. So you
This is how I'm going out, man.
Yeah. So you're like I drink at
Johnny
the fucking
99,
Parker
good
House.
song.
I Blair.
Good song.
You know, you were at the Parker House listening to Steve Roddy play, and it's part of your life. Minahan was almost part of his death. Like, you know, he's on another level.
Yeah, no, he really was, because he was like coming out with some stuff I couldn't believe. And then I got bombarded. I didn't realize Whitney was on the show too.
Yeah, he doesn't help.
So
Yeah,
like,
he tweeted, I witnessed like the most lopsided argument in history today because
Like,
Whitney
Whit
just
was
loves
not
to
gonna be-
fucking stir.
yeah.
I mean,
There's no
Chance Kirk didn't have like a bunch of facts.
Of course.
So
like,
that's what I
laid
said.
out.
I was
But
like,
also, you have to know that if you're gonna do that, you should have had some
Exactly.
facts too.
no, but
This
here's
is
the
why he
thing.
should
It
have
wouldn't have
divided and
mattered.
conquered before he went in.
It
Right.
wouldn't have mattered how many facts I had, because he would have just kept going until he got me to mess something up.
Well,
And
yeah,
kudos
you
to
are
him.
right, but I'm saying what you are describing is like losing the argument.
Yes, I admit that I lost the argument to Kirk last night,
Yeah.
but I had a nice time on the show. He was very,
Yeah, he's a
very
freak when
cordial.
it comes to music.
But no,
Freak when it comes to
Whitney
everything,
put it
but-
best. Like, you know, you watch those like documentaries about anything, and you see the really weird person in the documentary, and it's like so and so historian. Like,
Yeah.
he would be the dude in the documentary, like Bruce Springsteen historian.
So
Weird.
now you went from being the biggest fan to shaming the biggest fan.
Right, yeah.
He's
He's a weirdo. He's fucking obsessed
No,
with
He knows
Springsteen
too
fans.
much. It's crazy.
He has just an odd brain with all the stuff he remembers. But hey,
You call me
kudos-
mentally
kudos
ill?
to him.
I also would say, he probably has an edge over everybody because he's old as fuck.
Yeah,
It was
he's
like,
got 10
He
years
was
on
like
me.
living, you know, he was, when Springsteen was really killing it, we
Right.
were kids.
Right.
He's the one at the bars and
Kid's
concerts.
not even born. 84
Right,
was born
right.
in USA. That
So
was his
he's
pinnacle.
like at the concerts, at the bar, when those
Mm-hmm.
are hot, like, when those songs, when Born to Run first drops and it's like a hit, like that must have been fucking crazy, you know?
Right. Yeah, yeah.
So,
So he got me there.
Didn't
that
I
was
go to a
fine.
Springsteen concert with you and I left when he came on?
Yeah, this motherfucker. He's anti-American. He's
What the
anti-American. So we go to a benefit for the troops. Another reason why he's anti-American.
No, I stayed for our church. I wanted to see our church,
Word.
and Springsteen came
I
on.
went
was
to
actually-
Was that the Bob Woodward Foundation?
I don't remember exactly what
Okay.
it was, but it was like last minute tickets.
I'm
We got
good
for like
for now,
20
thanks.
bucks, and like it featured stand-ups like Jim Gaffigan, Jon Stewart.
Yeah, I think that's the Bob Woodward.
How do you
a bunch
leave
of
at
people
Bruce
coming out.
Springsteen, though?
And then
Springsteen
Eric
was
I mean, that's
Church.
the rocket for you.
And
You
then,
have to know the
yeah,
rocket.
then
Listen,
Eric Church
I
and
like Eric
Springsteen come
Church
out,
as
and
much
then
as the
fucking
next
just
guy,
bounced
but
during the
fucking-
boss.
That's
And I
unbelievable.
publicly had to shame him.
I don't like Bruce.
Because he,
I mean, nobody likes you.
but you know what?
I don't think I've ever met someone who doesn't like.
Yeah, who
I'm
says
not
that.
a diehard fan. I've never heard a Bruce song I didn't like, but I
Yeah.
don't know. I couldn't
But
compete
here's
in
the other
an
thing,
argument
But the
about
fact that he got up and walked out was
it.
so disrespectful.
And where
It
was
was
he?
me, him, and like
Where was this?
Reeks.
Where was it?
For whatever reason.
Where?
Who
It
paid
was,
for the tickets?
It was by Madison Square Garden. It was like the
Really?
second.
I thought it was
second
just
meeting
me.
Madison
So
Square
it was like a
Garden.
small.
I
like,
thought I
intimate
just
thing,
left
too.
you there
It
by
was
yourself.
like you walked out a
Great
giant
show.
stadium, you know?
Yeah, the lineup that was like, listen, between the comedians and the musicians, like it was a once in a lifetime
Yeah, I
thing. He
stayed
just
for
got up.
You're a psycho.
No, I stayed for
But
everyone.
I mean, that
and,
is
like,
so Jared.
like,
Like,
Springsteen
you
was
gotta
last.
know these things about Kirk. Kirk Jr. right
Yeah.
here. You know, what I mean, you're a fucking weirdo too.
That is
Yeah.
I
That's-
forgot about that.
Yeah.
I erased it from my memory. Also disgusting.
Yeah, I was like, all right, I've seen enough.
This guy, I don't know, instead of hubbub. He's not gonna make it.
He's not gonna make it. He's not gonna pan out.
Are you a Bon Jovi guy, or is it just that you're not even? You don't even care?
Yo,
You
the
just-
more Bon Jovi does, the more I want to hate him.
Really?
Yeah, he claims he's like a big
Pizza reviews?
Patriots guy.
Yeah, let's relax for a second.
Well, I mean, he's got a vineyard out on Long Island. Like, it's everything that's not Jersey. It's like, why don't you show some pride for where you're from? Instead of just
Remember
Why
when
do
we
we
did,
think that maybe that says something about New Jersey, not Bon Jovi.
Shut up, John.
Yeah.
Shut up, John.
Do you remember when they did the Hurricane Sandy
Yes.
like telethon thing, and he sung "Can't Go Home"?
Yeah.
It was
What?
Like, it was like, "Cause you can't go home." You know that song?
Yeah, I know the song.
And it was like,
Yikes.
I remember.
I was like, we know, John.
That was like literally my tweet was
My
like, yeah, they
fucking
know John,
home's
and I mean
ocean,
people,
John, I know.
people were
That's
like,
actually
mad
wrong.
at
I
me,
just bought a
but-
kayak. I'm good.
It's like leave the goddamn room.
Right? Because you can't go home.
Still
It'll be like
better
a big
than
finish,
prayer.
so it's like, yeah, man.
How does
Oh,
no
my
one
God.
tell him, like, hey, man, like any other song?
Honestly,
One
and,
other
like,
song.
and I remember
Living on a
people.
prayer, maybe? Like,
Yeah, anything other than that one. I remember people being like, well, yeah, like that's the point. That he's trying to raise money and da-da-da. I was like, just let's not sing about literally not being able to go home. They're all gone.
That's tough.
What's up, King?
Not much.
How we
you doing?
feeling, dude?
Thanks so much for having me on tonight.
Anytime, man. You got some pretty blue eyes, you know that?
Thank
you got
you so much.
piercing blue eyes, man.
Kevin?
You looking good, man.
Bro,
Yeah.
we've talked about this almost ad nauseum, but I guess on the new iPhone you get photo of the day.
Oh,
yeah.
Lots of
Yeah.
old
It's a
baby.
dangerous thing. to have.
Dangerous game to play. It
Um,
just randomly goes through your camera roll and pops
Your
one on your
own
own
camera
roll?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, like
Yeah.
as your
Yeah.
wallpaper or
That's the
what?
worst thing.
I mean,
Right.
Steve Jobs can't have that.
Just like, actually, it's like
Yeah.
September, you know, it's like December 10th, and like,
That's
here's the
a
weather.
Tim
and then
Apple move if
here's a
I've seen
picture.
it.
Yeah. But
I will
the,
say though, I like
There is
random pictures at random times. Like I
Here?
love
No, he's
time
on,
hop.
like, the new
I
one.
love
Yeah,
time
Time
hop.
Hill is, you know,
Yes.
Oh, that's
done
actually
it.
a good one.
Oh, nope, nope.
What do you got?
But anyway, the point
Okay.
is that Kevin was like, you know what mine was the other day? And he held up a picture. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And I forgot it was an old picture of Spider as a woman.
It wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't even that. So what happened was,
Oh, right.
I broke my phone. I went and got a new one, and I had to restore it. And they said, you know, the last time you backed up your phone was June of this year. And I said, fuck it, let's go. And right there, pow.
Hey.
There's you as a fucking shit.
Yeah, Spider was
I swear to
hot.
God, I
I
smoked the
I
shit
mean,
out of Spider.
Yeah.
He's a weapon.
Yeah.
So fucking hot.
He's got those daisy pictures. Yes. I mean, yes.
Yeah.
That was,
I mean,
that was
I
like
would-
Chinese.
Wait, time out.
She,
Time out.
you
I
look like a
would-
porn star, bro. Like, I would fuck you and give you a patient, Spider.
Yeah.
Holy
All right, let's
moly.
not
I
get carried
honestly
away.
thought it was a porn
Let's
star.
not get carried away.
Donnie
It's very
actually,
porny.
Time out though.
Yeah.
Why don't you back your phone up every night?
What?
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 I mean,
It
I don't know how
does
to
it
do
for
that.
itself. It does it
No,
automatically.
my cloud's
On
full.
I-
The last time my phone was backed up was like May of 2017, and I just go back to that every
That
time I get
would
a new
that
phone.
would drive me
I
bananas.
mean, yeah, like,
That's
What
crazy.
why
But also every night is crazy.
I don't want to lose any contacts. I don't want to lose any pictures.
You
No,
don't
you
have to
add your
do
phone
that.
numbers every
Fuck
day.
it.
That
Gave it a date.
I literally have 4 pictures. I could lose the rest. Doesn't matter.
The contacts
Every
are
picture.
I don't even
I
need
don't
that.
care. I don't
I
know.
have contacts that have been dead since like 2009.
Yeah. Yo, there's you talk
How
about
many
getting
contacts
older.
you add on a daily basis?
That's what
I
I said.
actually just added 2 this week.
How many did
But
you
you know
get?
what's funny? You know what's funny? Like recently, maybe like a year ago, I went through my phone. I was like, all right, I guess I should probably start deleting all these like random girls whose last names are just the bar
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
met them at. I was
But
like,
that
"Ah,
there's
I gotta get rid
something
of that."
I was gonna say about getting
It's
old. Like
nostalgic
when
a
I
little bit.
see that, I'm like, oh man, like life is different now,
Yeah.
man. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Or unfortunately, it's like life's coming back around again. Like I used, you know, I had like hundreds of numbers from people, friends, girls, whatever. Like people I was meeting for like bar owners, and and now
Yes.
it's like I need like 3 of them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's a depressing thought.
Have you ever changed your number? Has anyone here changed their number?
Sophomore
I
year of college.
consider
One time.
One?
Yeah, that was it.
But it was like early. It was like when I think I was changing a service and I had to change or something like that. Since I've like been, I guess basically with Verizon and Apple,
Yeah.
I've been.
The second I
I
get
thought-
engaged, changing numbers. Like all of you are
God.
gone. Like you have
That's
no
a smart
means
plan.
to
Yeah.
contact
That is
me.
a good.
Can't-
That's a
I kn-
purge.
I've thought about that since like college. Like I have to. I have to like cut that, like burn that bridge and just leave them over there.
You
You're
just
just
have no,
overwhelmed with
you have no
ladies, huh?
self-discipline.
I mean, it's just
Rocket?
no.
Well, no.
none.
Oh, is it you or is that?
It's both. Like
yeah.
yeah, like I would want to not ruin that. Like
Right.
if I'm actually proposing, no distractions, nothing.
That's fair. I mean,
Yeah.
that's good. There's
smart.
more
Like,
guys
just
should do
put
that.
horse
That's so
blinders
smart.
on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, just completely
also-
Jared's
start
like, I'm
over.
gonna delete every number. I'm gonna change my number. I'm gonna stop going to bars. I'm gonna stop talking. You're
I
becoming
don't
like
go to.
Vince.
I don't go to bars.
I can't be in a room with a woman legally unless my wife is
Yeah,
there.
I don't have to worry about that.
Get
But it's
rid of your
also,
whole
you know,
phone.
they can't get to you. Like the Rocket's only a human. He can only
True.
resist so much.
Yeah,
you got
it's
these
true.
hoes
And
banging down your door
There's
on
a
your
lot
phone.
of nasty ass
Right.
girls in there that would be like, I don't care. He's fucking engaged. Be like,
I'll tell
There's
you
a
what.
lot of people, both men and women, who don't care about that.
Well, listen, this cat, when the day that like the news hits, there's gonna be a collective groan
Mass
from a bunch of
suicide.
fucking
Yeah.
white trash chicks in Saugus who are just
Yeah.
like, no, my shot is
you heard
over.
about the
We
Rocket?
were
Oh,
talking
no.
Give me a fucking,
I missed my shot.
give me a fucking memorial at Calhoun's.
there would be a
Giving away free
candlelight
fried
vigil
rice.
outside of Halloween the day that I get
It
it.
might be a city fucking holiday. It's
Yeah.
the Rocket Day.
We were talking about it yesterday on radio that he had 3 girls. I know one was Priscilla.
Oh, Missy, Missy, and Prissy.
What?
It has to be
Yeah,
fake
Michelle,
names.
Melissa, and Priscilla. And they went by Mishy, Missy, and Prissy.
You fucked all of
I
them?
knocked out 2 out of 3.
Oh.
I didn't
I
get
went
Prissy.
2 for 3 on the day.
Maybe you gotta marry Prissy.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, that's
I don't know where the
all
fuck
about
she
it.
is. Huh?
Were they related at all? His sister?
No.
Just friends.
Just
random
girls
people.
with fucking
They're friends.
They
sidekicks
know-
and
they
dirty
know each
white
other?
Air Force Ones.
Have you ever run through a family?
Yeah, we talked about this.
What did you just say?
Like
Oh,
that you
up
fuck-
him. I think
yeah.
I didn't hear the I was like, Jesus Christ.
Well, that was part of your revenge tour, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Got a hand job with Buffalo Wild Wings.
I just know that there's people that,
But that was
consume.
cousins. Have you fucked sisters?
Yes.
Fathers.
Brothers. Yeah, that's
You want a
that's
power
how-
move?
Yeah. I feel like that's the old. I'm not vengeful anymore. I kind of just like if something bad happens, I'm like,
Well, you
ah,
were
that
also,
sucks, and I move on.
you know, you went through your kill list. You're not vengeful anymore because you finished it. You
That
finished
was
the
also
job.
like a long time ago. Like I used to be a very angry person. Now like I'm more like John. Like I'm just like
Used to?
How the fuck you gonna?
Well, we
I'm
decided.
not an angry person.
You've definitely mellowed.
I'm way more passive now. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I am.
talk
What
about your
are you
new
looking at
character.
me like I'm? When the
smiling
fuck?
at
No.
Yeah,
Smiling
you're
at you.
Because
smiling
you're
at
not
me
an
like-
angry person just yelling back at me for no reason.
I mean,
Fuck do you mean? Fucking pussy! I'll put my thumb through your fucking eye!
I feel like I'm way more.
Dude, tell him about your new character turn that we just decided on. You're gonna
Wait,
become
what?
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
the Messiah.
I'm
The
going
Red
with
Sox Messiah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grow out my hair and my beard and become the Red Sox Messiah.
He's gonna walk around wearing a robe.
Johnny Damon type.
You know,
Yeah.
there's legitimately a Philly Jesus out there who is making a living and has been making a living just being Philly Jesus.
This is gonna be
That's
the.
probably where I'm
How
headed.
does one
Does he
make a
get
living
hired
doing
for
that?
like
Taking
birthday
pictures?
parties or like?
He just walks around Philly with a crucifix, long hair, beard. He's been arrested multiple times.
Gets-
I think he's had a history. He's
Gets
definitely
like
on the record.
panhandles. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
I'd
Jesus
love to
himself was
meet him.
persecuted.
Jesus and Philly?
Philly
All of
Jesus.
that.
Philly Jesus is a great name. Hey, I'm Philly Jesus. How you doing? Nice to meet you.
What's
How
the
you doing,
longest
Zom?
you can grow
What's
your
good
hair?
with you?
Good, man. Good.
Living?
Nothing,
I
man.
could
Just
go
living
way
life.
back.
It's Friday.
My hair grows fast.
Looking
Bro, I
forward.
feel like you how's the knee, by the way, though.
Fantastic.
Yeah?
It's doing better. Well,
'Cause I feel like you were on
His knee has got to be back. He did one of the most athletic moves on me the other day. He was trying to get to the bathroom before the radio show
Oh,
started.
yeah, yeah.
And he
swim
cut
move?
like a fucking NFL
Oh, yeah.
player. It
He's
was
trying to
unbelievable.
stop
I
me
don't
while
know
I
how
was
he didn't
on
blow an ACL.
Nah, but it's holding up good. It's holding up good.
I feel like you're you like to party. You like to get out there.
Yeah.
You like that one. I feel like I can always count on.
guy,
I saw our boy Kevin Bonner was doing the pre-Vitalite. He was drinking the Revitalite Thursday morning, and I was like, "Oh, you hungover?" And he was like, "Nah, I got one tonight though." And I was like, "Wow, that is some
shit.
He's
responsible
drinking it in the
shit."
morning?
Yeah, he's gonna put
That's
down,
the
he's putting down
longest
some
better
Miller Lights
game
at
of
night.
all time.
Yeah, so he started that Thursday morning.
How many is he
I'm like,
putting
right. I mean,
Way
he
to get
probably
in
was.
front of
He's probably feeling good though. This is
I did that
responsible.
yesterday.
Did you? Did it work?
I didn't even
Yeah.
really drink that much last night, but I just I
Like you consciously were like, I'm gonna drink, so I'm gonna do this.
Well, here's the deal. It started on the rundown. And
Right.
I knew I was going to have some wine watching Taylor Swift. And I was like, okay, we're doing a Revitalite on the
Ooh,
rundown.
that's right.
And I had like 2 more. And then I brought one home. So I had another half before bed. So I had like 4 Revitalites yesterday.
I think that's got to fuck you up, no? If
I'm
you drink
pissing
that
a
much
lot.
of them that close?
I mean,
At
the
what point
hydration
do
wine
maybe?
really fucked me up more,
At what
to be
point-
honest.
The alcohol?
You do have a point there, John. You do have a point.
That's true.
You gotta pour a little out for who? For Kid Cudi, Gwen Stefani, Jack Harlow, and everybody else who put out an album. That sucks.
I wouldn't
Gwen.
pour for Harlow or Kid Cudi. I think they're both
doing
getting
well.
enough
Yeah,
shine.
everyone's talking about there's Harlow, Cudi, and Taylor Swift. But I'm just thinking about more so pour it out for their marketing team, their PR people, their logo designers, all of that shit, who plan for literally months, maybe even years, and then Taylor Swift does a surprise drop on your ass on the same day. That sucks.
That sucks, but I think it's one of those
Just, like,
things
raising
where
a little bit?
it works backwards because
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh,
Mentioning it.
let Cudi
True,
shine.
true.
Because I'll be honest, I
So-
love Kid Cudi, but
so-
I didn't even know he was dropping an album until people were mad that.
I
he was
agree.
dropping
I
on the same
agree.
day.
And so maybe you got to be. So maybe it's not like I'm hearing Harlow, Cudi, and Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
But I do think Gwen Stefani dropped something. So maybe it's like
Well,
you're
I
done.
mean,
You know,
so-
you're
this is
anybody
what, our
anybody
first
who's
time
not
since No Doubt?
good enough gets totally just snuffed out.
Yeah.
I actually listened to her single on that. Pretty good.
Yeah,
I
is
I
it?
like that out of the singles that they have on the New Music Friday. I like the I think it's called Remember My Name or something. Or
See,
Remember
nobody's
Me?
talking about
Sing a
that.
little bit of it.
I have a question for everybody. Like, how much do you think, like, you see everybody on the internet talking about, like, Taylor Swift. She's obviously done a great job marketing herself. How many people actually genuinely care that she put out an album? And how many people are like, oh, I'm just going to tweet about this or talk about this on social media because everybody else is?
I think
I think people who are Taylor Swift fans care.
Yeah, I
like
think
I
it's a
fucking
good
care
amount.
because I genuinely
Yeah.
like Taylor Swift.
Is it how good? I feel like it's not as good as Folklore though.
It's a step down from Folklore,
Yeah.
but it's still like it's still the good songs are really good. There are like 2 or 3 misses that miss pretty bad. Jack Antonoff does a song, and I don't really care for Jack Antonoff. He used to do
Really?
Yeah,
I think I think like Getaway Car is the only like Jack Antonoff song that Taylor had that
I love
really
Getaway
like.
Car.
Getaway Car's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But like Gold Rush is just like way too Jack Antonoff-y, which probably doesn't make a lot of sense. But
I
like,
know what you're talking about.
Like so, I think someone had a tweet that like I'm gonna go play Gold Rush next to a baby's crib, and her first words are gonna be Jack Antonoff's too much. And it's just like.
Speaking of Jack Antonoff, so let me ask you, bringing it back, what do you think of Bruce's new song with Jack Antonoff?
Bruce's new song, we've had this conversation before. Bruce's new stuff is entirely, it's okay, but it's kind of sad because it's too predictable and you know you're never going to get a Darkness on the Edge of Town or Born to Run or like even The Rising.
I thought his new album got pretty good reviews.
No, I think his new album is very good. I'm
Anything he
talking
puts
about-
out is going to get good
I'm
reviews.
talking
But
his-
it's all like kind of the same stuff.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking
when it
about
comes
his
to
song
stuff.
he did with Jack Antonoff, Chinatown. I told you about it. Remember I told you about it the one day?
Yeah, I don't know.
And
if
you
it's-
never listened to it?
It is
I
what
don't
it
listen
is.
to it. You want to know why I don't listen to songs people text to me?
Yeah.
Because the Spotify opens up on my
That needs
in my
it's
Safari. and
crazy
it's like, I'm
that
like, well, I'm
hasn't
not
been
gonna
switched.
fucking-
Me and Keith have had that problem for like ever since I've known him.
I
It's
have to take
crazy.
2
they
or
don't
3
fix
steps to listen to a song. Not interested.
Yeah.
Go right to your app. I
Right.
don't get it. I
think
don't
there's
get
a way
it.
to make it go right to your app.
I don't think so.
I
think-
don't know how to do it,
What's
but I know
his
that
gut
someone
take
has
thing?
But it
done
should be
it.
easier than
And then
it
it's like
is
you gotta
right
log
now.
in.
For sure.
It's on my
It should be
fucking
seamless.
main-
Right.
It should be
It's
a
on your
seamless
phone,
process.
right?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just
I
open
feel
the
like
app?
I feel like Folklore. I don't really listen to her music, but I see it all on social media, and I feel like Folklore. I saw all her lyrics, and I was like, Taylor Swift is spitting like bars.
Oh,
Like, she's
yeah.
become a rapper. And now I'm seeing the Evermore lyrics, and I'm like, I don't think they're as good as people are making them out to be. I think Taylor's got a level
That's my
about her.
point.
But some of the lines, I'm like, okay, that's I don't
That's
know.
my
No,
point. People
there
are
are-
losing their minds.
That's a simile, or that's a like
They're
that's
losing their
symbolism,
minds,
but it's
and
not as.
Is it as good as previous stuff? And I don't think it is.
It is. It's like it's better than fucking Reputation. Like Reputation was fine.
Well,
I
she
didn't love Reputation.
went like these last 2. I think is like I am a songwriter of a generation. Like Reputation was still like pop and
Reputation was too pop. I think that was like
Reputation,
no.
yeah, she-
1989 was the first album
Reputation,
with
she was like
Antonoff.
rapping and shit. Remember that? I mean, she had.
Which she
they
did.
had-
She did wash Future on that song. Her and Ed Sheeran. It was
But, like-
Future, Ed Sheeran, and Taylor Swift. Future was the 3rd best rapper on that
That's
song.
not, that's not great. But you know, this is like she.
Third best
you know,
verse on that
she
song.
became a different thing with the quarantine music. Like she's on a whole other level now. I feel like.
Yeah,
You know.
I think that's what I said in my little video last night, where it was like, I feel like that was her. Folklore was her Seahawks Super Bowl, when it was like, okay, this is
Put it
it's
out of
pretty
reach.
much out of the conversation now. Like,
Tom
there's
Brady's
really
great.
no one who's comparable to her in our generation as a songwriter. And then this one was the Falcons, where it's just like, okay, she just fucking.
Yeah. Running up the
There's,
score.
there's literally like, now you can't even. Come
I thought
close
that was a good
anymore.
analogy, and also I don't think even if you don't listen to Taylor Swift, I think you have to appreciate how she is as a songwriter.
I don't like that music at all, but I'm just like, there's just no denying that
Right.
most people do, and that
Right.
she's just on a whole other
Because I
level
think
now.
people don't realize like when even great performers now they have other people writing their
they
songs
write
for
them.
them. They have very little input on the actual lyrics. When she's doing all of it, that's impressive.
Like I think one of my favorite tweets ever. I forget the song from Beyonce, but it was like, I think she won a Grammy for it, maybe, or it was on an album she won a Grammy for, or should have, whatever. Oh, no, it was the one she lost that Adele won, and it was like a screenshot of all the lyrics, and it was like all nonsense.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the song banged. I'm sure I've heard it. I'm sure I liked it.
But it doesn't
I do
mean
like
anything. It doesn't
Beyonce,
make any sense,
but it
yeah.
was all like kind of nonsense. And then the other screenshot in the tweet was the amount of writers on that song. It was like
Oh my
22.
gosh.
Crazy.
And it was like, it took 22 people to write this.
Right, because anybody who like, we'll change this word,
Yeah.
I'm a writer. You know,
Yep.
you know,
It's
yeah.
probably
But then,
why it's
but
awesome.
also that is, I will say too, that is nitpicking. Like the Beatles have a song like that.
Yeah,
Like,
everybody
they're-
has like garbage
they're-
songs.
Like it's just like yeah.
But that's what I mean. These
filler
latest
song.
songs from Taylor are like, she's like.
She locked herself in
writing
a
some
cabin,
shit.
legit,
Right.
in the middle of nowhere, and wrote
Right.
all this stuff.
God, she must be awful to hang out with. Just the most dramatic bitch of all time. You know, like just I can see people going like, Taylor, just shut the fuck up.
No, I
like
do that.
everything is a breakup and burn it down.
One little
and I'm
thing goes
crazy.
wrong, she's like, I gotta go to my room.
I'm not gonna lie.
I gotta
Her
write
documentary
this.
on Netflix, I thought that up until that, her documentary
Yeah,
on
that was good.
Netflix
She was
like
like that?
humanized her.
Yeah.
a
And
lot
that
in
was
my
the
mind.
documentary I'd avoided for a long time
Yeah.
because there was a point where I said that Taylor Swift was a lot like JJ Watt, where it was like,
She
can't
was
deny her
insufferable.
talent,
Yeah.
but her personality kind of
Sucks.
Overbearing.
kind of
Sucks.
me a bit.
Well, I
And,
think she tries hard.
Yeah.
Like she's a
Well,
try
that's
hard.
what
She
Yeah.
says in Mirror Ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's never been a natural. All she does is try.
Yeah.
He's just, I've lost him. He's gone. He's become like a 26-year-old girl now.
It's been a long time coming.
You've just transitioned. Feitelberg is basically transgender at this point.
But
Let's get into the big debate of the day, though. Dude, the fucking
This is the
morons
dumbest
that I work
shit.
with.
I've yet to
Let's
see
go.
it in
ahead,
person,
go
so this is a
ahead.
good test.
Let's discuss what color this box is. I feel
box?
ridiculous even talking about it. The debate is whether this is gray or blue. Now the battery itself is even further. Sure, fine, I don't know.
You goddamn fucking asshole.
Stephen Shea called it light black, aka gray.
That's
You remember the
insane.
Apple commercial that was like iconic where I forget the musicians, like in the 80s, I think, where she comes in with a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
yeah.
1984 commercial.
And she's
Yeah.
swinging it
Yes.
and just throws it.
She's
into
an
like
Olympian,
That.
yes.
That's what corrupts this debate.
Yeah.
It's green, you idiots. What are you talking about?
I mean, that box is black. What are you talking about?
It's light black. Yeah.
Let me see.
It's
it.
light black.
We have a color for that.
So
here.
the
Is that what
battery
you're saying?
itself is like
What were you gonna do?
1,000%
No,
gray.
no.
Where did this start?
Then I'm gonna yell at you.
It was in the like producers room. So I think Andrew Manley and Colby and those guys were
And they
arguing.
debated whether or not it was blue or
Blue.
gray.
That's what's alarming.
Who's the one
That's
who
what's
took the
alarming.
picture?
Our smartest
the stripe
minds.
is gray.
Yeah.
The box
Yeah.
is black.
Okay,
The
stop
smartest
saying
minds
that.
in this building.
Like, so,
That's blue.
Like here's blue. Here's blue.
Who took the picture with
Honestly,
the
when you
Warriors?
put it next to the
That
blue,
blue
it looks
is
more
great.
blue. It's like when you wear a blue sweatshirt, the eyes pop.
What are you talking
that's-
about?
that
It looks
just
more blue.
stays gray,
That's
bro.
blue.
It's clearly a different color, but it's
Spider's eyes.
If you wanted to
Yeah.
say, like, and
That's
maybe
blue.
I'm nitpicking, like maybe they, and in the initial argument they were saying like it's a really dark navy or whatever, but the argument I saw on social media was like, is this blue or gray? And I think I work with absolute morons.
Or
And then people
everyone's
tell me-
colorblind.
Yeah, well, that's what I can't decide is if this is some sort of gold dress, blue dress, like
What
it's an
fucking
optical
planet
illusion,
am I on where
or
that's
is
not black?
Okay, forget
Planet
that though.
Carrabis
Is
is
it
like-
blue? That's really just what
It's
I'm down.
neither.
I mean, well, like
Let me-
you could do the
let me
same
see it.
thing.
Let
Like
me
this is
hold it.
black.
It's like
that's
black
not
or
the same
gray.
color.
Black or gray.
It's lighter than this. It's a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
That's called gray, dickhead.
No.
Like
Sweater
black.
says light black.
Yeah.
We have a color. It's called
It's
gray.
called gray.
No.
We don't have to use
Light black.
That's not gray.
We don't have to use two
Hey,
words.
I'm
What
riding
do
with
you
the
do?
I mean, I
Black.
almost
It's
like
light
that.
black.
I almost like the
Shout
ridiculousness
out
of
to
culture.
The comparison for navy blue is hold it next to Yankee pinstripes because those can't get darker. Yeah, it's like that's the borderline
All right,
darker.
Yankees,
What?
So lift up your sweatshirt. We'll do it with your jersey.
But like that's not even close to blue. That's just not.
Wait a second. So what was the debate in the tech room? How many people actually thought that?
They
was
That's
thought
what
they
I
were
don't know.
saying it was like navy. I'm
I
like,
know
you are
Andrew
on
but how
black.
many people?
I know
thought
Andrew Manley said blue.
Then I might have to say
It was
I
like
think
split,
Kate-
50-50.
I think Kate said blue.
What
as
if I
well.
called it a charcoal blue? How would that go?
Well,
No,
so I
I
said
think it's a slate.
I said slate.
Charcoal's fucking
Slate-
black,
no,
dude.
slate.
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah, I'll give
By
you
the way, if we're gonna do
like
light
teal- are we doing,
black
like,
is gray,
teal
then
shit?
I'm gonna say it's dark white.
That's
also
it's
great.
not
That was,
light
that was
black,
a joke.
though.
That was a joke. I don't actually think it's
Stephen
light.
J called it light black.
Yeah,
It's kind
it's
of
just
like
that
chalkboard.
box.
Huh?
Chalkboard.
Yeah, it's got
This
a
is
chalk.
gonna
I
be
can
the light
understand
one.
that.
Now
There is.
we're just coming up with crayon flavors.
Yeah, I can see it
If
in
you
your eyes.
if you
Yeah,
look
right?
at if you Google like slate and you look at some of the Pantone, shout out to Aaron Ravel, it's one of those. But we're not doing the Crayola colors. We're not doing the Photoshop.
what's happening right
We're
now-
talking about the basic levels. Is it more blue? If I'm just trying to describe this to a fucking alien, like, hey, this thing is this. It's fucking gray. It's not blue, and it's definitely not black. You dickhead.
Definitely black.
I'll say,
What-
I'll say it's
see,
more
oh.
black than it is blue. I'll say that.
What I just witnessed was actually really
Definitely.
kind of something historical. I think a lot of people would wish they could witness.
You
Was
saw
I
it?
got to
You saw-
watch Garrett's hamster wheel spin.
I saw the tilt. He was like, oh.
Like, he just kept flipping the box. Like, maybe the other side is different.
It's not gray and it's not blue. It's like it's almost as if it's black and it's been out in the sun a little bit. It's not
Jesus
gray. It's not
Christ.
designed to be gray.
It's faded
It's
black.
a
Jared, you
faded
can't believe you're
black.
gonna hurt yourself.
It's not a
It's like-
I
pronounced.
don't hate this. He
Yeah.
might have done it, folks.
Yeah.
He might have done it.
That's
The
not-
hamster did a lot of work.
Faded
But
black.
I mean,
it
can you
looks
say
like
this? The battery
It's
is
a
gray.
sun.
the battery's
black.
gray. The battery's gray. But this
That's not
black,
terrible.
this black
Oh,
almost
that's not
looks
terrible.
like if you were to take out, like if you were to go to like an old record store and take out Dark
You think
Side
it's
of the
blue?
Moon, it's not going to be
faded.
black like
Yeah.
this. It's going to be black like this, but
faded.
it's still black.
Sure.
Jared,
Fine.
you're so
Stop
dumb
it.
it makes sense. You're so
Not
dumb it
give
makes
me something.
sense.
That's black.
Good job,
cracked
Brett.
the case.
So
Good
you're
job.
saying it's a faded box?
Yeah, I'm saying like this has seen some shit. Like look it, the evidence is right here. This box has seen some shit.
Clearly made in 1973.
It's yeah, that's what it is. It's a
All
faded
right.
I don't know. I'm alarmed that the smartest guys in this building are debating over. It's
crazy.
under no circumstances
gray
was
out
that.
there.
Yeah, this is
that
2019, Jack.
I mean, again, that doesn't mean that it couldn't have been faded.
Right.
You ever heard
Could've
of
been
recycling,
something.
Kevin?
Yeah.
We had people like DMing the Duracell account, like, "Hey, what color is it?"
Actually, yeah. What does Duracell think?
No, they say it's blue.
Yeah.
Well, their
They
social
do?
team
Yeah.
took like.
Wait, what?
Yeah, didn't you quote tweet that?
Did I?
I don't
Duracell
know.
said it
Oh,
was
this
blue.
is gonna throw a wrench in that.
No,
Yeah, like, I'm
we
pretty
had it
sure-
solved.
No,
up until-
no. They did that just
or
to
they
cause
know
chaos.
exactly what
Yeah.
they're doing.
They're
Yeah,
just stoking
they
the fire.
caused a marketing
I mean-
campaign is what they did.
And what I haven't
They're like,
heard
no, it's
anybody
orange.
like Andrew Manley just says it's blue. I'm like, you got to give me more than that. You got to give me a description like that. Give me some reason. Talk me into it. You
Right.
can't just keep saying it's blue because I'm just gonna keep telling you no. This is blue.
Yes.
They're not even saying navy. They're just saying blue.
I asked Pete. I was like, "Pete, come in here. Have you heard about this controversy? Like, settle it for us."
Talk to that alien. Talk to that
And
robot.
he's like, "Oh, it's gray."
Yeah, done.
And I was like,
I just
"Yeah,
heard-
done." And then it comes out like 10 seconds later. One of his control room guys is like, "You know he's colorblind, right?"
Yeah, that's what I just learned today.
Everything's
Pete-
gray.
it's not
Wait,
it's not
who's
a
colorblind?
source of
Pete?
color.
Pete,
Pete,
yeah.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of
No,
sense.
that's
No,
exactly.
that does really check out.
That
makes
because
a lot
when
of
you
sense.
quote tweet.
that
He'll
because
never
he's
say
his
highest
like an
level
android. He
of
doesn't
being able
see.
to feel is fine. If you ask me like, "How's your day?"
That's
Fine.
why he's
That's
cool with green
maximum
bubbles, 'cause
capacity.
he's
Because he
colorblind.
doesn't
Right,
see
it
color.
doesn't bother him.
Yeah.
You gonna rock those $500 headphones?
Oh fuck no.
It's crazy, man.
I mean, listen,
Really
like
crazy.
that's I'm a big technology guy. That's just egregious.
Show flex on them. Show the people your phone. Show the people your phone. Look at this thing.
What is
Hello?
that?
Hello?
What
Oh,
is
wait,
that?
Watch this. Look at that. Pow! Look at that thing. Look at the
am I
glass.
looking
What is
glass
that?
folds around.
What is that?
I
Delete
believe
No,
this.
all right, hold on. Time
You
out.
quote tweeted
Time
this
out.
and you
Time out.
deleted
Time
it.
out. Time
No,
out.
I
What is that?
Time out.
Maybe Kate was Kate.
Time
Sorry.
out.
Wait,
I
no,
replied.
time
I didn't
in.
post
What
it.
phone
Time
is
out.
that?
How does glass fold?
Fucking
Thank
incredible,
Hey,
dude.
Cons, great question.
Because listen, Apple's out here just making shitty headphones for $500,
Listen,
and
that's an
Android's out
iPhone?
here making foldable
Oh, yeah.
glass.
Yeah,
that's
but God
an
forbid,
Android?
I would never, would
at that.
not even if there was a fire would I have green bubbles.
I wouldn't want. That's too big.
All right, wait.
No.
The haters are
If you're
pissed.
trying to, if you're posted
All
up
I'm
on a
saying
train
is,
watching
like-
a movie, you're good.
Wow.
Oh, no, they said it was gray.
Good, we win. Duracell
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
is playing
Dude,
straight
that
up.
closes the
They
case.
answered it?
Yeah, they said gray.
Their social team must have been like,
Listen, no one's gonna say black.
I mean, really, gray is just a sun bleached black.
Yeah,
It's just a
It's
light
a black.
Gray
Light
is
black.
a faded black.
it's
Sure,
light
I
black, yeah.
Sure.
I said it right from the rip. Light black.
So I went on
Rolling
the Save the
Stones.
Children website, and I was looking at all the things you can help donate in Africa for the same amount of money as the iPhone, the Air,
Oh, God.
Apple headphones.
Bro, you can
you can
change
get
lives, bro.
3 sheep,
Oh yeah.
2 goats, a camel, a clean
A
water
camel?
kit, and 2 soccer balls, and then ducks. It doesn't even say how many ducks. It just said ducks for the same cost as the Apple headphones.
Well, because ducks do what they want. We'll give you 100.
Yeah,
You're gonna leave in 5 minutes.
You're left with 1, but we gave you 100.
You guys know what dowry is?
No,
Yes.
with the
Yeah.
you,
No,
when you
I'm
marry a
familiar.
woman,
Explain it to me.
There you go.
Yeah.
So dowry pretty much.
Payment ducks?
You know what? I want to say this. I want to say this correct. I mean, it's an African custom, so.
Yeah,
we
you're
want
good.
to
Yeah,
cancel
you can
it.
say it,
Whatever.
anyone.
So
Yeah.
you pretty much pay.
The family for their
it's a
daughter.
token. It's a token of appreciation, a token of thank you for raising your wife, kind
Yeah.
of thing. And that's where usually in typical African families, if you have a daughter, that's where as you know, as parents and stuff,
Clean up.
that's where you make money. You make a lot of your money. So
What,
that's like
by
that's
basically-
fine, just to put it. What is it?
I don't understand how.
So
it
just to
works.
thank him for raising your wife, you
Got
know,
it.
put you through school and all that.
So if you married my daughter, your family.
I'd
would pay me.
have to pay you.
Okay,
I'd
hell
have to
yeah.
pay you.
So-
Dowry.
You
so
basically
after
sell your
If
daughter.
you have a daughter, are you like,
Bro, you want daughter,
yeah.
you want like
The
8 daughters.
gender-
you want like 8 daughters.
yeah, you get that pink balloon, it's like, fuck yeah!
Gordon Hayward would be richer than his Charlotte
You
contract.
space them out 5 years, 5 years apart, 5 years apart. You never have to work in your life.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, man.
just to tie that back into the fucking thing, you could pay a whole dowry with 2 of them headphones.
Yeah.
Man. It's like
It's
$1,000 for a whole wife.
Dude,
you know,
for
headphones.
a whole wife, buy a whole ass wife,
Right? Yeah,
or
cook,
some.
cook for your ass, do laundry, do all that. you know.
And those headphones, I guess, they sound all right. I'm reading some reviews on it. You can't even plug them into, like if you take them on a
Nothing
plane,
else,
you
you
can't
just
plug
leave
them
them
in.
It doesn't even come with the power brick.
Ridiculous.
Like
dude.
it has a lightning cable to charge them, but
But you
no
don't have the
actual
plug. I know, they
brick.
don't have
yeah.
the phone, too.
Yeah,
Fucking
how
asshole.
about your charger thing you showed? That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
You know
the
what,
same
actually-
thing doesn't come with the brick.
I think the planes was a good thing. I hope that planes are using coronavirus to update their systems. Because
How
it's
so?
the worst when you,
What? I don't think they are.
when you plug in the phone, when
Oh,
give me
no,
Bluetooth
no.
on my TV.
Every
Because-
single fucking USB port in an airport and on a plane is always broken.
Always works, for sure. But I don't even care about that. I don't prepare for much. I do make sure everything's charged before travel. I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm
I
not
don't
the
know
guy
people
looking
are
at
surprised by that. I called this
I'm-
motherfucker the other day and it says beep boop beep. The caller you are trying to reach is no longer accepting calls. I'm like, what the fuck's that about?
He
He's
bitch
like, I
button.
didn't pay my bill.
What?
Yep.
For 2 months, bitch.
Oh,
Yeah.
why?
Why?
You didn't feel like it?
No, he's got a
I
good
know, I
reason.
just forgot. I just didn't do it.
Forgot.
That actually checks out.
And I don't have
Who doesn't
autopay.
auto-pay those things?
Because like when I auto pay, I just don't even acknowledge it, and I forget to expense it.
What do you
and this
mean
fucking
you
company
don't
pays for our
acknowledge
phone bills.
Oh, yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah,
I'm
see?
so lazy that I
So
don't.
when I have to,
You know how much fucking money this company is saving with people like us who are just like, I don't want to expense it.
Yeah.
It's
Bro.
just like extra free, like a good amount of money that I just don't fucking take advantage of.
I
Oh,
haven't
yeah.
done it.
Bro,
I feel like everybody in the
I
finance
used to-
department.
they're
is like,
saving a ton of money because none of us signed up for health insurance.
Yeah.
was
The
scary.
office today talking about insurance, it was like
Dude, at 10 o'clock this morning when we got that email, and
People panic.
scrambling.
Yes.
Yo, I called my mom, who was literally sitting in the hospital waiting room, or I'm sorry, sitting in the hospital parking lot because she wasn't allowed in there. In the hospital parking lot, waiting for my sister to get done back surgery.
Jesus Christ.
I was like, yo, I got an emergency.
How-
Forget about her, talk about me.
Wait,
I was like, how does insurance work?
And this is where Jared realizes right now he missed the whole thing.
Were we
Jared
supposed to sign up
missed
for
the
health
boat.
insurance?
Yo, so this is only because Tommy just turned like 25. He's no longer on his family's health insurance.
he's
he just
starting
calls
to-
No,
panic
because
on
I'm
himself.
retired.
Well,
You stay until 26.
I think the
Oh,
last
okay,
time
whatever.
this happened with health insurance, I asked Erica because it was like, you had to like make these changes, and I was like, if you want to just keep what we already
Yeah,
have,
we're
then
good.
you
You
don't
don't have to
touch
do
it.
shit, yeah.
So I think I
that's
have
what
it. I
we're
just
good. Yeah.
yeah.
No,
all right, cool.
I'm
But-
making fun of you,
but
but I
this-
asked the
I
same
hope.
thing. I asked the
This
same
new email was a bit confusing, and they gave us endless opportunities
Always.
to
They
figure it out.
always
Like
do.
they were like, we're having Zoom meetings. I can't imagine anyone.
Two
No,
weeks ago, I was one of them.
You did.
Well, you have a fucking
Wow.
kid.
How many other people were on
It
that?
was me, Chuck Nasso, Jordan Berry.
That's it. 3 fucking people.
And I turned my camera off immediately. Chuck's just there, just like face up.
Chuck was probably like an inch away
Yeah.
from the
Jared,
camera.
do you
Like,
ultimately understand what it was?
Well, what was?
Open enrollment?
Open enrollment.
Yeah.
Clearly
Totally,
do not.
man. I
Clearly
love
do
open
not.
enrollment.
You just sounded like Cons of Bruce Springsteen.
Open enrollment, man.
All
Totally.
I know is that what I had before is fine.
That's fine. It's really only like if
That's
you
how I
get if you
feel.
get married
what do you think
or
open
have
enrollment
kids.
means,
Yeah,
Jared?
but you need to sign
What
up
do you
for
think open
shit.
enrollment means?
What does
Open
it
enrollment
mean?
sounds like a cover band name. Like, we are open enrollment. Yeah.
You can enroll in new benefits.
That's more or less what it is.
Yeah. It's like, oh, do you want this little fucking add-on? Like, he's gonna have a kid. It's like, yeah, I would like to openly enroll in this benefit for my
Instantly signed up for the maximum life insurance.
Yeah.
That's like what's my only job.
That kind of shit
basically what
is.
it is.
That's what's crazy about having a kid. You gotta worry about.
That,
You
I
didn't
really
even
I
have
was like,
a
did
life
you have life insurance with my
I don't know.
family?
Yeah. My mom keeps telling me, she's like, what if you fucking die? Like, coronavirus? Like, you gotta have a will. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Dude, the will. There was one time I was asked by a doctor if I had a will. I was 18. I had a pulmonary embolism at Disney World. And
What?
Happiest place on earth.
What is a pulmonary
I
embolism?
got fucking picked up in a Disney ambulance, like Mickey Mouse on the fucking side of his thing.
You took the fucking head off and put on the fucking.
I went to a hospital, and like, I mean, that was fine. It was just like my heart hurt. And they came in and they were like, do you have? I was 19. So I was a sophomore in college, and I'd partied a lot the night before. I didn't have any drugs or anything, but I just drank a lot. And I guess it jogged something loose. But the doctor comes in and he's like, so like with every heart condition, we always ask, like, do you have a will? And
I don't even have any belongings to
like,
bequeath.
I was like,
Bro,
I was
I'm
like, dude,
18.
I have literally $17 in my like, you can have it, bro. Fucking give it to you.
You're just lucky that pulmonary embolism happened at Disney World because nobody has clinically died ever at Disney World.
That's
World.
really?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep,
that's
somebody blew their brains out under the Epcot vault, not clinically dead,
Yeah,
so you
they-
get off the
That's
premises.
a very fun
You
fact.
mean to
No,
tell
no,
me
no,
no
no.
one has
Time out,
ever
time out.
like
'Cause I just
casually
read,
happiest
an
place
old
on earth.
person died?
They
Wait, someone
like,
natural
blew
causes?
brains out under the Epcot ball?
No.
It's
There's
like
gotta
they
be-
always
They
die.
don't
That should
report
count.
it on
On the
the
premises.
Yeah, they
That's
just
Oh,
they
that's-
take
that's
the
bullshit.
body.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's like the
yeah.
Autobahn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
somebody
yeah,
dies
give
in
them
a
a
car
pass.
accident on the Autobahn.
Right,
They
give
die
them
in
a
car
pass.
accident injuries have to get to the hospital.
Yeah, but no, not on Walt Disney's dime. Nobody's ever died.
Nope.
Yeah, that's
It's
crazy.
the greatest flex ever.
It's
That
not true.
is
No,
unbelievable.
because I read.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Connor. Just let it be.
I read Robert Iger's book, and a family had a child that got eaten by an
By the
alligator.
alligator.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah,
heard
there you
that.
go.
Yeah,
That's
you
like
know
2
what?
years
They
ago.
never found him.
No, and plus they did everything they could do to help it survive until they were off the premises.
That alligator swam
But
away
did-
and then it died out there.
Didn't
Smitty,
alligators
why
eat
are
that
you
baby?
defending
Yeah,
him?
yeah.
It was at like the Floridian, right? It was like where
Yes.
the NBA
Because my brother
Yeah,
was
big
a
time
Disney
ate that
character
kid.
for
Yeah,
5
bro.
years. We went
Which
down to
character?
Disney for
Which
every
character?
year.
Let me tell
it
you
goes by
something.
height. So my brother was like 5'9", so that encompasses like Pluto, Eeyore, Father John, Rafiki, my favorite one.
Interesting.
When you become a dad,
That is really interesting.
you'll see like, yeah, when you're like watching your kid, you want to keep the kid alive because you love it, but also because you don't want to be responsible for if anything goes wrong.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I just can't have him get hurt or sick or die on my watch. It can happen on their watch. If you're watching your kid and it gets eaten by a fucking alligator, do you know how much trouble you're in? Do you know how much goddamn trouble you're in when you gotta tell like your mother-in-law, like our kid's
You
dead
almost
because the
have
fucking
to get
alligator ate him
eaten.
when I was babysitting it?
You have to
better
get
jump in that
eaten.
alligator's
You should go
mouth.
tell
Yeah.
your kid.
Yeah,
Don't let the
yeah.
alligator
You have to
kill
join
you.
the
Right
side.
after.
Like,
That alligator's killing you
You
too.
gotta be like,
Yeah.
come on back. I know you're
Yeah.
full, but I'll take you too.
One more. Yes.
Yeah, that's you don't want that.
I could
First
definitely
lesson,
see
Smitty.
Smitty fighting an alligator.
Yeah,
1000%.
yeah, sure.
Why wouldn't I?
Going down the ship.
Not for a baby, just for fun.
Do you?
Yeah.
Are you gonna find out?
Well, I mean, Jeremy Ronan.
Are you gonna find out where to go?
No, we're waiting. Surprise.
You're waiting till the birth.
Well, actually, no, we're waiting for the child to decide. Like,
Good
Go.
2020
Wow.
answer.
That's
That's a good
that's
2020 answer, though.
now we're waiting. I mean, it's you know,
I think
don't
that's-
get many
that's-
true surprises.
Yeah, you're right. That would scare the
But
shit
how
out
are you
of me.
going to know
But
if
I
you
don't-
have a dark? How is it? What is it called? What?
Dowry. You gotta have a dowry.
Dowry. Oh, dowry.
Yeah, you gotta have
We find out the day of. I
Okay.
guess.
But like, I feel like most of the stuff when they're really little, it's all pretty neutral stuff.
If you
Unless
have a
you really
girl,
wanna-
everything's pink. Everybody gets pink. Everybody gets dresses. Everybody gets all that shit.
Yeah, but they grow out of that stuff in like 2 weeks. So you
I mean,
don't-
everything's kind of neutral,
That's right,
which
but-
is kind of cool because we're doing like a safari-themed room. There's giraffes,
Yeah,
rhinos.
shit that they
Oh,
both like. Yeah.
That's
my
sick.
biggest-
That was like my room was like that as a kid.
Exactly.
Safari
Yeah, you
all
turned
over
out
the place.
average.
Yeah. Great. Let's get rid of that.
My biggest thing is the name. Like,
Get
I'm
rid
kind of
of
hoping for a
fridge
guy
glasses.
because that's all what's going through my head right now. Every single name that I have coming through, and she doesn't know this yet, is contingent on how it sounds when I'm yelling at him in the batter's box.
So what are you going through now? You got like
So I got Cooper. Cooper's number 1.
Daniel,
It's like, good night, Coop.
Satida, Kevin,
That's good.
John,
Jackson's number 2. Get the
Connor.
bat off your shoulder, Jackson. Let's go. So if it's a girl, I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, Marla
Well,
Hooch.
here's
You
the
know
thing.
girls play
By the way,
sports.
you're not.
She's a good hitter.
You're great. You're,
What a
the thing
hitter.
that you don't have to worry about is like you don't get to pick the name. It's
That's
up to you.
also true. That is
It's gonna be
also
what you
true.
want. So.
Did you have any say in
No,
your
you do. I
children's
feel like
names?
we each had one veto, like straight up,
Like,
no
no,
questions
there's
asked.
no
Like you
shot.
could love it, but it's my number one. Like no, it's gone. No questions asked. And then everything else was kind of like a debate. I think the thing I had to like talk her down from some like serious Irish names. Where I was like,
Yeah.
they're gonna think these kids are like from fucking Ireland.
Right.
Straight
Like,
like I'm
Seamus?
down with some
Like
yeah,
what?
like shit like that. Well, no, we don't have to
Never
go
mind,
into the
all
names.
right.
The name thing is so touchy and weird.
Yeah.
It's crazy that you can't even like talk about certain things. But like, I remember thinking like, if they don't speak with a brogue, people are gonna be like disappointed. So
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the Irish stuff, but like let's
Was it just you two, or because for us it's like
the whole family.
bro,
Yeah,
and
no,
it's
we
both
were.
sides for us.
I mean, there were plenty of people who had their opinions and
Yeah.
input, but it was just us.
My mom was pissed
Yeah?
when her their two grandchildren did not get the Zimbabwean name as the first name.
Were they American names?
Yeah. So
And-
my brother made it easy for like teachers and for this.
Yeah, that makes sense. But she wanted some.
Mine's already negotiated.
What is it?
I lost the
Yeah, Brock.
rock paper scissors to Brock Holt.
Oh, that's
so the first
pressure's
or middle
off.
name has to be Brock or Holt. So I arrived on Chase Holt.
So you're gonna meet a girl, maybe one day fall in love.
Yeah, I mean, like
Pop down
I
on one
told
day and
you,
be like,
I
by
was
the way,
like,
our kid's gonna be named Chase Holt.
yeah, like so.
That's gonna be
She
tough.
will not be named. It was basically like a first date FaceTime, and like you have to drop that in like the first date. Be like, hey, just in case, like just so
You
know,
dropped
just
that on
like-
the first FaceTime?
just that you know now.
Wow.
Girl
That's
included?
kinda. That's kind
Huh?
of.
Girl name included?
No,
So-
just boy,
Okay.
just boy.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, girl name, middle name, Brock.
That's good.
I don't know if I like that.
Did you ever have any inclination to name your son after yourself?
No, I don't like that.
Because that's actually Irish tradition. You name your first.
I don't,
kid.
it's just not a.
Oh,
Yeah, I
everyone's
just.
gonna be pissed at you.
I fucking hate people who do that. It's just not for me.
I wouldn't do
it's
it, but
It's just
I am
complicating
that.
things, you know.
I am
even
that.
even like his initials are KFC, and I never think of it that way.
Yeah.
Like that was my grandfather's name. She liked it, so she was like, we could do Francis, and I was like, all right, cool. And then she was like, oh, and then it'll be like KFC like 2, and I was like, okay, fine. And I like never call him that. I never think about that. It's just not. If I had like I have a friend who he is the 3rd, his kid will be the 4th, and it's like you just have to. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah,
But I
you
feel like
can't
if
be
I
that
was
guy
a
that's like-
junior,
It's a
I
dynasty
would
at that
be.
I'm not a junior. I'm just.
Imagine
Right.
being the guy in the
But I think I
family
would
tree
break
that's
the
like, you
trend.
know what, like John. You know what? We're gonna go with like Brian.
I mean,
You're an
reproduction
asshole.
as it is, I mean, we are all products of like 4 billion years of evolution. Like,
All right.
I'm not going to be the asshole who stops my line.
Yeah, I get that. I think if I was a 3rd, I would keep it going. I think if I was like
Numbers are
2nd
so
or a
cool in
junior.
names.
Well, when you get to like
Yeah,
IV,
IV is
yeah, that's
so
cocky.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cocky. I like our
I
guy
have a
Brian.
buddy who's an IV. That's
Same.
pretty cool.
I like the guys who go with 2 instead of junior.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like you really got a problem with
Yeah,
junior. huh?
juniors. Unless you're Ken Griffey, doesn't work.
Junior's tough.
I mean,
it's inherently a
RG3
little.
is badass.
Yeah, that kind of stuff's very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So if you can
And I've
get
seen
you're a
engagement
3rd
photos,
and it
he's still
rhymes.
badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is sick.
Yeah.
Were any of
I
you
feel
guys
for
almost
RG4.
named? Do you know what
Yeah,
yours named?
RG4 doesn't quite have that.
It doesn't.
I would be
Sounds like
RG3 plus
a girl,
1.
or-
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my dad
Do
wanted
you
me.
guys know like names you were almost named?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was almost an Adam.
I was almost Alfred.
Wow.
I know.
Mine are-
Alfred.
My 2
Holy
are
shit.
bad.
Mine would.
Let's hear him.
Yeah.
Let's hear him, John.
Maximilian and Lucas.
Oh, man,
Max
I don't think
Miller's
I would have
awesome.
stuffed you in a locker.
So I know
you
my
are
opposite
so
sex.
white, man. This is waspy shit.
I know my opposite sex one. It's Paidamoyo, which loosely translated into English, Paidamoyo means as the heart, what the heart desires. Pretty much.
That's
Oh,
beautiful.
that's
That's
sexy.
beautiful.
Hang
That's
on a
pretty-
second. How do I
that's-
pronounce that again?
How do you spell it?
What does the
Paida,
Taida mean
P-A-I-D-A.
in English?
But
Can
my
you
first
can
name-
yell that in the box?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yo, Pa.
That kid would be a
What's
menace.
up,
Paidamoyo.
Paidamoyo.
Paida, which is
Paidamoyo.
what you want, and then Moyo is the heart.
And
So what
Zataida
Paidamoyo.
means
and
what?
my actual first name means what?
Za.
What?
I might start
Za-
calling you Paidamoyo.
I
When,
love that.
when did your parents decide to call you Spider?
Like what?
It's so wild that you're Dan.
My whole family calls me Danny. Like it just drives
Danny.
me crazy.
Is
You know,
there,
like
is there a
Danny?
better nickname for anybody though here than Spider?
Spider
for
was
Spider.
great.
And the chain too. The chain
Really?
fucking just sealed the deal.
What-
Yeah,
do you-
shout out
what do
Large. You got me
you-
a sick chain.
What do people who meet you
It's a
now?
CZ.
You say, what do you say?
when I
Dan,
introduce
who
them.
call me Spider. What do you say?
Yeah, I always say, hey, I'm Daniel. Good to meet
Daniel.
you. I know it sounds like such a douchey fucking.
It's your name.
No,
It's not
just your
douchey
name. Spider. It would be douchey to say Spider.
Yeah,
exactly.
I know.
No, but even like Daniel has like an air about it. It's like, oh, I can't go by Dan.
When
Oh,
people,
I see.
when
You know
people
what I
say
mean?
their
Yeah, yeah,
that's
full
also
last
true.
name, sometimes it sounds a bit much.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I think just people think
But
I'm an
you're- but
asshole
you're a
based
very
on my
polite
name. Go by
chap.
Daniel, and then I got the capital O in the last name. Like, I don't know. That would drive me
Yeah, it's
crazy.
annoying.
if it weren't
They're
that.
annoying.
Douchey to go like first and last when introducing yourself.
Well, how about when he
I have
signs
that
off emails and he just does the spider
The
emoji?
spider.
It's been a while
Badass.
since I've done that, but I miss it. 'cause that was like.
Does anybody call you Eric? I sometimes forget
my,
your Eric.
my mom, that's it. I was almost
call
named
you Eric.
I forget
Elijah or
everybody's
Elliot.
name here.
Yeah.
Elliot?
I think my dad was just hammered like during the whole like pregnancy period or whatever. Like that just can't be. So
I
we're
think I
after
was.
Eric
I
Clapton.
think I was
really
almost
love
Quinn,
names,
which
huh?
I would fuck
What?
with. I would
Quinn's
like that.
cool.
They like
Quinn,
yeah.
Q. I
Eric,
think I
by
put Q
Q.
in there.
Quinn Clancy?
Yeah, right?
Wow,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fucking jerks.
You should probably have another
I think
kid.
I was almost Kieran and Quinn, and they are Kevin, so they're definitely doing
Quinn
this
Clancy.
thing.
I got vetoed.
Throw an
already.
extra one on there.
Yeah.
I got vetoed already. I always wanted my firstborn son to be named Quint after Quint and Jaws. And
I mean,
Well, you know what? You
So
might
anyway,
have
should
had a
how
shot.
are we allowed to have children?
You might have had a shot had you not given the
I know.
explanation.
I know.
You also
Well,
should just go with
My
Quinn.
favorite
You
character.
actually-
Quinn is
you actually
better
threw
than
that on the
Quint.
table?
Well, I have a niece named Quinn already.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
also
it's-
tough when you
like,
go down
have
that
you
road.
told like the Shark's Not Dead Yet story? Like, so I've watched Jaws as a third wheel with Smitty and his now wife.
Did you walk
And,
out?
Like,
Yeah.
we're sitting there
Quint's
watching.
on the fucking yeah.
We're sitting there watching Jaws, and like you can tell, like she just wants to go to bed, like whatever, and like she's like going into the other room. It's like, come on, like let's
This is
call
in
it a
his-
night.
his
And
apartment.
First, it's
Smitty's-
in my place, and he's just sitting there.
yeah, and like
Oh, yeah.
Smitty's,
Read the room.
Smitty's
Rocky.
like,
Get the fuck out of there.
we're watching Jaws.
They're not even on the. They're not,
It would
they just got on New York.
It would be totally different if like I went over and like we had watched a bunch of stuff and Jaws just happened to be on. But it's like I went over to watch Jaws. Like that's not complete yet, so I'm not leaving.
Wait, let me. You can finish your story in a second. That's kind of funny, no?
To watch
To be like,
Jaws?
yo, man, you want to go over and watch Jaws?
We were playing Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah,
I
we
asked
played
to
video
come
games
over,
first,
yeah.
and then we decided we were gonna watch Jaws. Anyway,
Okay.
So
Just the three of us. For some
the
reason.
three of us are sitting there, and she's like trying to go off to bed and like do like the come on, like let's call it a night. And Smitty just like is looking at the TV and looks over her and is like, Shark's not dead yet.
You magnificent hardo.
so we're just sitting there, and I was like, fuck, I mean, Shark's not dead yet. I mean, like, I don't,
Sorry,
because you kind of get the feeling of like, all right, if she wants to go to bed, like maybe he also wants to go to bed. Like, do I leave? Do I not? Once he locks in, I was like, we're staying to watch.
Put
Yeah,
that on
like,
the
we're watching
t-shirt.
the rest of
Shark's
the
not dead yet.
Shark's not dead.
I mean, I was hammered.
Just like
That's the balls to say
deadpan,
that.
no smile, no smirk, no laugh.
What does she think when you are in like gamer mode and you're like, you know, balls, fucking screaming
Hoochie
and doing like,
mama,
yeah,
balls.
hoochie mama, doing
I
general
mean,
talk.
she gets it.
She gets it.
She
That
gets
pays
it.
the
I
bills.
think that's like of course.
But
she
okay,
needs
all right.
it.
But here's the thing, like, you know, baby's sleeping in the nursery.
Oh,
you're-
well,
you're
that's why they get in
gaming.
the house.
Like,
That's the house. Like I'm getting
Yeah.
my own basically.
He's getting his own
where
wing.
where you looking?
His bunker.
Around here or back home?
A little bit.
Somewhere in
this,
between.
a little
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
We're figuring it out.
Do you ever drop like Civil War references like by accident around her?
What do you? It's never
Milady? Do you call her Milady?
Lady.
She's got to be Milady.
No,
Pretty
she's great, and she like actually like incorporates like she's never on camera, but she'll like chirp in and
Yeah.
like know like what's
She's
what
got
to
good
do.
timing. She knows
yeah,
what's up,
she
yeah.
knows. She knows.
Remember
what
the
she's doing.
rumor that I was having an affair with your
Yes,
wife?
I do actually.
What?
I never heard that rumor.
What?
He blogged it.
Yeah, so there was
He blogged it.
So
So
there
you
was
tell
a-
me. I was like, what's going on?
I was gonna say you can't bring that up, Hubs, but of course,
Yeah.
if you got it, then
Nothing
yeah.
against you. I know Smitty's wife. No shot, bro.
So there was this Twitch troll, and like we're always very open. If anybody ever wants to give a shot, whether streaming or blogging, just like always, like send your stuff in. Smitty at BarstoolSports.com. I'll always look at everything and try to get out of everything. This one guy, we're going back and forth for a while, and then I think in an email he dropped like a legitimate N-bomb or something, like something where it's just like, all right,
In
you're
an
out
email
now.
to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and not just in general. It was just like, hey man, like I can't trust you.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
going forward, just to let you know. So then he wrote back an even more spiteful email. basically saying this, saying that at the end. I hope you're happy because your fiance is fucking Eric Hubs. And it was so absurd. And I sent him the screenshot of it, and I'm like, excuse me, Hubs? Excuse me? Like any single person to pick out of here.
That is fucking amazing.
The
What are you gonna do?
racism
Fuck
is
my
really
fiance.
hard to get over, but I might have
that-
rehired the guy.
All right, I gotta get it.
Perfect note to end on right there. Get your Miller Lite this weekend. Send us all your pictures of your setup. # Friday Light Pints. Thank you to Miller Lite for making it happen once again. Go get yours. Always refreshing. 96 calories, 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. Celebrate responsibly this weekend. Get it delivered right to your door at MillerLite.com/FNP. Happy birthday to Hubs. Congratulations to Smitty.
Go Army!
Go
Be
Army,
Navy.
be Navy. Let's go. And this is fucking great. I'm gonna hit you with a little YouTube sabermetrics, okay? Only 15% of people who watch the videos on the KFC Radio channel are actually subscribed. That means
Oh, you fucking lurkers. I'm
right?
tired. Yeah, I'm
Free
tired of
85% freeloaders.
Retweet, like, fucking heart on Instagram.
Rate, review, subscribe.
If you enjoy content, double tap it.
Literally,
Double tap to subscribe.
just click. It doesn't. I think you only have to click it once, not even double.
Well, okay,
just one
fine.
click.
But I'm not a mathematician. Just a one click works. If that's what
Because
it is.
I don't want. If you double click, you might subscribe and then unsubscribe.
Oh, true.
So just one
well,
click.
then 3 clicks.
3 clicks to subscribe, because otherwise, I mean, it literally doesn't affect you at all, and it will basically make our careers so much better.
Oh,
Please
so much
fucking
better.
do it.
Oh, you'll get us so good.
Please.
You'll get us going
Come
so
on.
good. 85% of you. Triple
Don't
like.
be poor.
Triple top. The thing. The subscribe thing.
Smash that button, as they say.